All right, so this is Unit 2, and we're talking about inequalities. So first of all, you have a couple of symbols that you need to know about. So if you just have this symbol right here, which looks like this, I'll draw it a little bit bigger. That's your greater than symbol. So if you have like x is greater than 7, then you know whatever x is, it's going to be bigger than 7. You know this is greater because the larger opening side is next to the x, so that's greater than. If you do it the other way, this would be less than. So now x is less than 7, so x could be 6, 5, 4, 1.5, for instance. If there's a line underneath, then that would be less than or equal to. Or if it goes the other way, this would be greater than or equal to. So for instance, in this case, x could be 7 because x is greater than or equal to 7. But in this case, without that, x could not be 7 because x is greater than 7. You tend to want to write an inequality with the variable on the left and the number on the right. That's generally the correct way to write it. However, you could see it written like this. And so if you have to think about, well, what values could x be? Remember, the greater than side is next to the x. So this is really the same thing as saying this, right? So x would be greater than 2 or x is greater than 2. So you make sure if it's kind of written backwards that you understand that it also means the same thing as this. So on the example sheet, it says fill in the correct symbol. So here you have 3 and they have blank is 5. Well, is 3 greater than 5 or is 3 less than 5? Well, you could write in 3 is less than 5. Now you could write in, they leave you this blank, but you could write 3 is less than 5. You could write 3 is less than or equal to 5. In this case, it doesn't really matter. And then they give you 8 and 6, and 8 is obviously greater than 6. All right, so now let's take a look at how we would graph these. So if I have x is greater than or equal to 7, you're going to make a number line. And it's always a good idea to place 0 on your number line. And you don't have to put in all the numbers if you don't want. You could just put where 7 is. And then if it's greater than 7, you know it's going to be all the values going this way. And then you have to decide, well, is it greater than or equal to? So it's greater than or equal to. So you're going to have a colored dot because that means it's also could be equal to 7 and going this way. Now, sometimes people put it right here on their number line, which is fine as well. I just thought it was a little bit easier to see since I had a green marker and a green marker to put it a little bit above, but either way, it would be the same thing. And if you wanted to graph like x is less than 4, again, you're going to make your number line. I'm going to put 0 on my number line. I'm going to put 4 somewhere on my number line. And now I want numbers that are less than 4, so I'm going to be going that way, but it's not equal to, so I'm going to have an open circle. So if it's not equal to, you have an open circle. If it is equal to, you're going to have a closed circle. If you have any questions, let me know.